Hi, let's talk about the difference between mutual funds and hedge funds. I think there's a lot of confusion out there. Many people confuse mutual funds with hedge funds, but I think we're going to try to draw the distinction between both and for the purpose of clarity. But we would like to say that a mutual fund essentially it's a kind of investment vehicle that consists of a portfolio of different kinds of instruments, stocks, bonds, or other securities, which are overseen by a professional money manager. Okay, it's a company kind of vehicle that pulls together money from different investors and invest those funds in different securities, and also including a short-term, debts. Now, the combined holdings of the entire portfolio mutual fund is what we refer to as portfolio, as it were. And investors buy shares, generally in mutual funds. Now, it's important to state very clearly that this is the vehicle or the process through which this really works in real life. So at the top, you have the investors and the mutual fund. The manager pulls together, funds from different, investors, and then of course the manager then invests these funds into different instruments, including stocks and treasury bills and other securities. Through that process, they're able to generate, returns, which are then, given back or passed back to the investors. There are clear benefits in mutual fund. Investing in mutual funds, it's affordable. So, and of course, it helps you to diversify your portfolio. And the managers of these funds are usually trained and tested professionals. And of course, this market, let me call it the market, is well regulated. So that security is right there. Now, we can then now go to hedge funds. As the name implies, it means to protect or to secure, funds, or to secure or protect money. That is what hedge funds is all about. It's a limited, it's a limited partnership of private different investors whose money is then managed by a professional fund manager using a wide range of strategies, including leveraging. I'm going to explain what that leveraging means, or trading of non-traditional assets to earn above average, investment returns. What you need to know about hedge funds is that they are not regulated, as it were. They are not well regulated. So if you look at this diagram, you will see exactly what I am talking about. You have, they have a kind of limited partnership arrangement in which there are two parties. One party has limited liability, the other party has unlimited liability. Now, the limited partners, they have a profit share, in the investment that is proportionate to their investment, and their exposure is limited. They have limited liability. Those are the investors. Now, the investment managers, they are general partners. Generally, they are general partners who are there to manage those funds. But of course, they have unlimited liability. So, the managers then pool resources from different investors, and then they are put into a pool that is then managed on behalf of the investors. But one thing is that this kind of vehicle is not is not well regulated, as it were. It's not well regulated, and therefore the risk exposure can be quite high, and it's not everyone that is generally allowed to invest in hedge funds. So essentially, there are clear differences here. In the case of mutual funds, it's well regulated, but in the case of hedge funds, they are not well regulated. So to that extent, investors have to decide. And like I said before, in many countries, it's not every investor that is actually allowed to put their money in hedge funds. But there's one point that we need to mention about hedge funds. We talked about leverage. So in other words, they can pool $1,000 and then borrow, some other funds like 2,000, 5,000, and then they put all of them together. So in a downturn, you find that those who just brought in their money, they run the risk of losing virtually everything, and therefore one has to be very careful in trying to determine which of these investment that one has to put his money. So it's clearly there's a difference between hedge funds and of course mutual funds. So thank you very much for your kind attention. I'll come back to you very shortly with other videos. So please subscribe to my channel and also try to hit the subscribe button and also the like button. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Thank you.